Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Ahmed Zaki. We will continue in our third video in general practicing notes subsection. We stopped in the last video on this point, on this note, and we will continue until the end. This one is not very important. This one, yes, this one is important. If you use DB Folio operations, there are commands specific for the database operations. If you, for example, import a database or a schema to your local database, maybe there are some missing casts or extensions or also roles. So this happens because the module is not enabled through OKP before. Because enabling a module, the module itself will create its own roles and casts and extensions. Extensions, you may not worry about it because in our Docker Compose Postgres service, we add almost all extensions needed for OKP to run. You can look at yourself in the Docker Compose Postgres service. There are initial SQL file, and this SQL file will generate and will create all extensions needed, will enable them. But some casts are specific to specific modules. For example, mod data export has its own casts, so it will be added when you enable that module. But if you import the module before enabling it through OKP, you will get some problems, some issues, and maybe the command itself will fail. So be sure to enable the module first and then import the new schema or the new database, or simply add the casts manually. Okay, the next one, yes, for example, this one you can see, read it yourself. This one, okay, yes, we have generally in our script we decided to work with two databases, local and another one staging. The local one is more beneficial for working with your modules locally without interfere with any data coming from a staging or development environment. And we have another database which has a suffix name staging, underscore staging. And this database, you can add your own development environment or staging environment, schema, database, tables there to use it for debugging purposes. Maybe the most cases you want to do something like that is for debugging a bug or an issue. So we have the second database for this specific purpose. Okay. And as we know, we can configure a database for each module. Each module can work with its own database through environment variables, And we will see that furthermore in more details in future videos, okay? So generally, this note want to say that we work with two databases, local, called OKP modules, this is a default value, and another one staging, OKP modules underscore staging with the suffix staging. The first one is for your local own use with your own local data, and the second one you can import in the second database a schema from your own from your development or staging environment. Okay, and you may read the note in detail yourself to get more information. We have two notes almost finished. Yes, in case you Postgres running in your Docker container. Yes. Simply, if you run or own your own if you run using the service from our Docker Compose Postgres service, or in any in your own Docker container, you should review these two configurations: db command container, which contains the command for Docker to start or to run, and db command psql with Docker, and this one I think it has a value true or false or something like that. I don't remember. Yes, it states here it's true, and this one should have the container name. The default value is Postgres-Folio. The default value is Postgres-Folio. The last one. Okay. If you have your Postgres database installed locally on your host machine, not in a Docker container, this case is not tested very good, but the script itself has been built to accept or to work with two scenarios, with Postgres running in a container or Postgres running on your host machine. Both scenarios should work very well without problems, but the last one, working on your host machine, Postgres working on your host machine, has not been tested very well. That's only the note we stating here. Okay, we have finished our first subsection, general practicing notes, and thank you, and we see you in the next one.